Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. So with that, let's get you out to Southern California as standing by at StubHub Stadium. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, born and raised in Brownwood, Texas, played his college ball at Houston. It's Case Keenum.
And the 2018 draft, when the Broncos number came up at 5, plenty of chatter that they might take a quarterback right there. Remember, Josh Allen was still on the board. Josh Rosen was still on the board. But the Broncos made a commitment to Case Keenum in free agency, and they're living up to it. Did not take a quarterback in that slot. Going to ride with their new number 4, Case Keenum.
Now a first down throw, Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Mebane able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Keenum to throw on second down. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Devontae Booker that's able to finish it off with a touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here's Desmond King on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. We focus in on Phillip Rivers, 15th year in the league, his 13th year as a starter, and the all-time passing leader in Charger history.
And Phillip Rivers has had just about all the accolades you can have in the NFL. He's put up big numbers. He's made multiple Pro Bowls. But what he wants more than anything, at least one Super Bowl appearance before his career is over.
Rivers on first down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. First down, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, 63 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis for the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And the Denver Broncos are in for 6. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. McManus now for the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one goes down as a 99-yard kick return for 6 from the 1-yard line all the way to the house on the other end. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. To return it now, here's King. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. On 1st down, Rivers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Virgil Green is tied in the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Green. And he's brought down after a good game. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Throwing on 1st down. Rivers on the right side, caught by Green. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Rivers. And that is incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Keenum. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
Keenum now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still second down.
And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now McManus on to kick this one off. To return it now, here's King. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A final shot before break. Rivers. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return it now, here's King. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Terrell Owens. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Todd Davis leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Charles, that's something we didn't see much last year, the Chargers giving up a sack.
Yeah, you talk about a combination of a good offensive line and Phillip Rivers. Big, strong guy who can bounce off of guys who are trying to get him on the ground and create extra opportunities to throw the ball downfield. That's why they didn't give up very many sacks in 2017.
Only 18 of them, fewest in the league. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second down, Rivers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set 180.
Third and long for Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Terrell Owens was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To the air again here, Rivers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Set. Block the tee.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Allen's got it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Green with a catch left side. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Rivers again. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Now Rivers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal.
Hey, ready.
Again, it's Rivers. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. 3rd and goal for Rivers. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.